increasingly content is about architecture and design. How do you design, present your content? When it's presented like this, very tedious, very monotonous. Instead, what we need is kind of more that kind of PPT type approach, like just a slide, a little bit of text, and you're gliding through it. That slippery slope analogy. And, there have been recent examples of that. So I think, coming back to it, you're just glancing and you're reading without really trying. You click. And before you realize you're 6, 7, 8 slides in and you've absorbed a lot of content. And by that stage, now there's a huge probability you will go and read a lot more, and you will put a lot more effort and time in because you've had 7, 8 nods, 7, 8 small steps towards you. It's just quite intimidating. I'm not going to click along with these. These points should be made more kind of as, I don't know, not necessarily memes. I'm thinking of the wrong word there, but kind of as just kind of GIF images, that you just kind of glide and you take it in, you go to the next, This is the architecture of this, the presentation of the content is intimidating. And increasingly, it's not what you say, it's how you present it. That's the skill now. It's how you bring all those elements together, because increasingly it is about time, attention and effort of the reader and the user. The great copywriting and all that stuff, it of course has a value and a place, but it's kind of more there to in terms of titles to kind of hook you into a little bit, like a nice, and again you see that in that brochure, did like really catchy headlines. They get you to see an image and a little bit of text, they pull you in, they catch your eye to read the title. That's kind of about it. This type of stuff, absolutely have a conversation with them. I'm not saying that, but where you do it on the page and how you introduce it and how you integrate it has to be balanced. So a crude analogy is, it's not that I'm not saying don't use a certain ingredient in your dish, but don't let that ingredient overpower the dish. So it might sound like I'm being contradictory, but I'm not. And that's the skill, is how do you bring all the elements together, right? Is really finding that balance. Content is about balance. Landing pages are about balance of even more than just content. Obviously, then there's design, then there's images and so on. So how do you bring it all together? That's really, really key.